course per Andrea being the first one here, and that was her request. So if you want to contribute,
Sorry,
you
I'm
may.
illiterate.
No, you're not. It's okay. It's okay. So we're at camp. So I'm on my Canva here. And
Okay.
I'll just show you the example I was just showing you. This is for a community that I have in St. Louis. I think I shared it actually last week as a lead generation pillar. If you are a yellow lab and love to be surrounded by people, I get the question often, how do you operate at a virtual brokerage? And I have to have people around. So my response is that I created this networking group with another agent. Um, she's actually at EXP. I'm at Real. We created this group and we have 30 women in it. So I just wanted to give you that background before I show you these because it's going to make no sense to my senior business. You're like, what do these posts mean? But we're doing a content creation day so that one, we can share the cost, the expensive investment of videographer, and one of my big goals is for people to get a lot out of content creation day. So this is a carousel post. And as you can see up top here, this resize button, if you wanted to post this somewhere else, let's start with that. In Canva, you can resize your post. If you have, this crown means Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, you will just want to start with whatever category you're posting for. So this is an Instagram post, so it's right there. But you can search here for just about anything. If you want a Facebook post landscape, Facebook post square, Facebook video, Facebook ad, I'll show you. You can do like Google
So
presentation.
there's not so there's not one for carousel.
Right. You will have
Okay.
to choose for which platform you are posting to. Carousel simply means a static image, multiple static images that you can scroll through.
I would like to add something.
Yes,
You can go
please.
over into design on the upper left and you could enter carousel and it will give you some, oh, just down one there. Um, no, actually, if you go into, yeah, design, it will give you templates for carousel. So as somebody who's relatively new, you can look at a template and just change it. And actually that wasn't the direction I was going to go. I was going to stay in that file that you had, Gretchen. And then there's a
Oh,
little icon called design. And I'm pointing right down one, just down. Oh, you're so close. Design.
I had
There you go.
I had to move our faces. My Zoom faces are in the way. But yes, right
Oh,
here, you could type
okay.
the same thing.
Carousel.
And then again, here, like carousel post would just be a blank canvas. Or if you wanted it for LinkedIn or Instagram posts, to Cindy's point, you can click that. And then here's all sorts of templates. So that would be a great way. Thank you so much, Cindy. That's great feedback. That would be a great way for you, Andrea, to get started. Because once you choose, let's choose one that isn't Canva Pro. So here's one that you don't have to have Pro for.
I
I'm
have
gonna,
pro.
oh, you do? Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. I just don't like to assume because it's an unnecessary expense. But like this one looks awesome. When you click it, it shows you what all of the templates are going to look like. And then if you like it, okay, I like that aesthetic, then you'll hit apply all 4 pages and it's going to pull up here for you. Um, actually, let me start a new design so I don't get rid of this one.
So what you posted on the group, I just uploaded Canva and I could do carousel Facebook post and transfer all that in there.
Yeah, let's go to the actual content calendar and I'll take you from beginning to end on how to make those your own.
Oh, that'd be
You can
great.
also post directly from Canva. There is that capability.
That is
Huh.
a great point. I do not use that because
I
I think
don't
it's
either.
confusing, but I do know people who do. But that's a great point. Okay, so as Rose posts the calendar, you see the link in the comments, which is going to take us to a Canva template that she has built with our guidance around fall prevention, healthy awareness, etc. So let's say you want to use one of these graphics and make a carousel out of it. Let's see which one looks pertinent. This one looks good.
So I
So we're
think
gonna,
like October 14th is Age and Place Week. So I was going to use these too.
absolutely. That's a great idea. And so just for today's purposes, let's go to the one that I had picked out. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to go to the Canva link provided.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So when you click on the image, she's going to link you to either inspiration, where you can say, okay, I'm going to make that same exact thing, or to an actual template that you can recreate. So on a couple of LFG calls ago, or maybe like last month, Heather was sharing her excitement for Senior Planet and all the AARP classes. So I had Rose build a post about the senior online classes. So this would be a very easy carousel to post weekly and not have to think really about anything. So you would just go to seniorplanet.org or com and
Yeah.
write out on the carousel post. So like the first slide, this is like slide one of a carousel, could be the same post every single week, and you can maybe update the date. So free online classes for seniors this week, or October 1st through October 5th, whatever, and then go to the website and then just make different different carousel slides to adhere to the different classes that are going on that week. And then you're creating consistency where they're like, okay, we know Andrea's going to be posting those classes this week. We'll see if any of them are interesting. And you can change the pictures out to make them more personal, or if you have pictures with the senior or with one of your your parents. I know you're a caregiver. Make it more personal. Definitely can do that. And then your big question is, how do we get it from Canva to social media platform? Over here, there's a share button, and it'll give you all sorts of options. So you can download, which is what I do. It's probably the most clunky way, but I'm old school. So I download it and then I send it to myself if I'm not on my computer, or download it and email it to myself. So you can download the PNG and then pages 1 through 7. So this is a 7-page carousel post. So you're going to download, hit download, and then as you'll see, it's going to go right to my downloads here. And then I'm just posting that to Instagram. So there's all the posts. I'll send those to myself via text. Oh, I have my messages app closed, which is very good for me because it's such a distraction. But for this purpose, so you see, actually, I posted this one yesterday, and it was the example I was showing you. It's a carousel, and I texted it to myself. So I have all sorts of text of posts that I'm making in my social media, because that's my easiest way to get it from my computer to my phone. I don't
That's
love,
what I do.
yeah, it just seems easier. But there is, to Cindy's point, there is a way to just post it directly. I Oh, here's send to phone. I wonder what that looks like. Let's
Oh,
play.
So I'm going
Let's
to share another thing, because I know it's probably better to post directly on your phone, but I use the Meta Business Suite. And I feel like maybe for somebody who's just learning and just starting out, I like to be on my computer. The phone, I'm old, it's too small. Using the Meta Business Suite allows you to post everything on your computer and you don't have to get it to your phone. And you can
That's
schedule
smart.
it days in advance.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
scheduling is helpful, whether it's in Meta Business Suite or directly through the app. You can schedule both on Facebook and Instagram. And I highly recommend if anybody is doubling down or even just starting social media, time block, make 5 posts and then schedule them. It'll feel so much better than waking up in the morning and saying, gosh, what am I going to talk to my people about today? So that is definitely good feedback. Thank you, Cindy. And then
Is
down
it free?
here,
Is the part to schedule free?
I don't know about Meta Business Suite if that's free.
Yep.
It is. You can also, there's an app that you can download that is just the like Facebook business app. It works just like the regular Facebook app does, but it's the business side. So you're able to go into the app and schedule that way.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, so it looks like if you just Google Meta Business Suite, it's the very first link that pops up, and that will help you get some of that social media stuff a little bit organized and systematic. But it's okay if you don't have a super robust system either. So here are the social links that Cindy was talking about when you go to share. So this share button is the magic button to get things out of Canva into the world. You can either download them, send them to your phone, which I've never done before, but I might play with that today because that's fascinating, or link them directly to your social media. It probably, yeah, it will make you link, of course, your Facebook and your Instagram to your Canva account. But there's 2 options: schedule posts from desktop. So there's another option for scheduling, or immediately post from the mobile app.
I will tell you that if you do post them from Canva, it does also give you metrics. So like, I don't want anybody to be concerned like, oh my gosh, my metrics won't show, because Canva does take metrics as well.
Cool.
No.
That's great feedback. I think instead of getting lost in the weeds of like what system to use, just like a CRM or a goal setting platform, whichever one you use is going to be the one that works for you. So don't worry about if you're posting from Canva or your phone or Facebook. The algorithm does like when you post organically through their things. So Facebook Meta owns Instagram. So the business suite is probably a great way to go because it is their app. Now there are third party like Hootsuite. There's all sorts of third party apps. I don't know if it's true, but I have heard gurus in the space say that like the algorithm doesn't love that as much because you're not in their app. So it's a sick game. When you feed the machine, your stuff shows better. But last week, just to kind of take us to some encouragement for all of us, last week we talked about how I cannot believe tomorrow is Q4. It's absolutely nutty. And with that, like we're all thinking about how we want to end the year and how we want to go into next year. And so I know I've said it 1 million times, but I'm just so obsessed with that post about the movie theater. 300 people is all we need. And any real estate training that you take today will tell you that you should be closing 20 to 30 deals if you're consistently talking to 300 people. The old Keller Williams training is 200 plus 1 in your database, and that will yield 20 deals. So if we are so intentional about 300 people on social media that we talk to daily, and then I kind of have, not kind of, I have a real case study for us. This networking group that I'm building in my business as a lead gen pillar organically here in St. Louis. I have 324 followers on that account. That is the movie theater concept that we were talking about. But when I look at my metrics, to Heather's point of always looking at your metrics, for the last 30 days, I have 48.5 thousand views and 743 interactions. So like, again, that should be encouragement for all of us that you don't have to be a influencer. You don't even have to have makeup on. Look at me right now. You do not have to be a hot young blonde to like use social media effectively. And so that was a big aha for me as we talked about the movie theater concept as our lead generation method or knowing our audience, that, oh, actually, this is playing out real time for me. I only have 324 followers on this account, and I've reached 48,000 people in 30 days, with 743 of them actually interacting, taking some sort of action on a post. And so that was 77 pieces of content, just to give you all but that was
Pieces
like,
of
wow,
content in 30 days, Gretchen? How many pieces of content?
77. I'm
Okay.
posting twice a day.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
that's Instagram analytics
it
that you're
is. Yeah.
okay.
It is the professional dashboard right there.
And that doesn't have to be a business Instagram, it can be a personal
I
or is
am
that
set up
business?
I am set up as a creator account. So it's not a
Okay.
personal and it's not a business. It's a
Okay.
creator. Yeah, great question. For those of you that got on a little late, it was just Andrea and I, and she's like, let's talk social media. So that's where we went. But any other struggles or ways that I can support you guys? Anybody have big wins that they want to share? We didn't open with wins like we normally do. Um, Cindy, I thought about you because I had my first like actual real hoarder house this week. And I'm pregnant. And so my nose is very, very, very strong right now. And I had a mock turtleneck on, like a little mock turtleneck sweater. And this woman is so sweet and she has dementia. And I'm not going to turn it down. Like, I must help her. And I was gagging in the house because it smelled so bad and there was so much stuff. So I just blamed it on my mock turtleneck. I was like, oh, I should not wear turtlenecks. Let me step outside so I can stretch this out a little bit. But I just feel so sad for her. And it was a referral through my brokerage, like, which is also really cool. Somebody asked in our big network, who works with seniors in St. Louis? And then somebody posted me. So I definitely have a heart to help her. She's relocating from St. Louis to Michigan because that's where their family is. And it's like an adult son and a mom. They're both kind of a mess, and similar to your story, Cindy, where the family is kind of all over the place. You know what's best for the client. So I'm right there with you this week. And the strategy we're going to take is the investor strategy. I refused to even give them a price because I couldn't see the house. I was like, we're just going to get as many investors through, and I'm going to let you know what I feel is a strong offer and what is not a strong offer, and we'll go from there. But whew, it takes a strong stomach.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, good luck with that. I
Thank
hope you have
you.
more success than me.
Whatever happened with yours?
Um, well, Adult Protective Services got involved. I
Oh, that's
continue to
right.
follow up. I mean, one, I want to make sure she's safe first and foremost. So I would reach out to her, and she was staying with her daughter. And then Adult Protective Services, according to her, which I don't put a lot of, faith in this, is going to move her to an undisclosed location because her daughter in Texas may be a threat to her. That's a surprise to me. I talked with my broker about how to handle this because at this point, I just want to, cancel the
Yeah.
transaction.
Yeah.
And so right now it's still in withheld. And I talked to her about canceling it, and she said I can't do anything because the county's in charge. When I reached out to the county, they said that they can't provide me with any information. I cannot reach out to them anymore because it's an open case. And I reached out to the oldest son and said, hey, just checking in to make sure everything's okay. And now that the county's in charge, I would just like to get this canceled. When can we meet for a signature? And I've been texting like once a week, no response. And they don't answer their phones
Oh,
and they don't
that's hard.
voicemail. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So, at this point, we'll see what happens. But my broker is like, you need to get that cancellation. And I'm like, why? I mean,
Yeah. kind of hanging
Think of
out
how
there.
many people just have things in withheld that just sort of go away,
Totally.
yeah.
Thanks for giving us an update. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's such a double-edged sword because like we are business people and we are in business planning season and we look at our dollar per hour equations and we look at time, time over task, but we also have really big hearts, which is why we're all in this group, why we all get on these calls. But it's like, gosh, how much time did you spend calling this person, that person, advocating? And I truly believe that like anytime you do the right thing, that it will come back around. It's just hard when it's not tangible and you can't like put your finger on it. So I'll definitely be praying for like the best outcome
Yeah.
and 5 referrals to come from that family for you because I know you worked really, really hard on that. So
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah. And I learned a lot. And one of the biggest things was one, trust my gut. I knew going in when I talked to the siblings and I talked to her that it was going to be super difficult for them to take
yeah,
action. And in hindsight, I wish I would have set boundaries. Like, I'm doing a lot of work for you, and I need you to do some work too. And that includes some follow through and signing some documents. And if you're
yeah.
unwilling or unable to do that, I can't help
I'm
you.
unable to do my job. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's a great learning. And I love what you said. Like, I love that you spun it into I learned so much because we've all heard the saying, like, never let a crisis go to waste. And that's such a great example of like, okay, Cindy's going to be protecting her dollars fiercely on the next client because she will not do that work without getting those things signed. And it is such a fine line being so service oriented and like heart centered with mixing the like what the actual heck we need to get signatures on this. So completely understand and agree. Anybody else have anything last minute wins? Yeah, Cindy.
Well, oh, I'm sorry if I'm going to take us on a
No, no,
tangent, but you
no.
had mentioned that post about online classes and seminars for seniors, and that brought
Mhm.
up a question. I did a
Yeah,
seminar at the local YMCA yesterday in partnership with one of the senior communities near me. It
way to
was
go.
falls, fractures, and future planning. Um,
Hmm.
Put a lot of effort into the presentation, and we, got a grand prize and 4 people showed up.
Okay.
Um, Talked with the person who's the coordinator at the YMCA, and I've done other YMCA things, and they've always been in partnership with someone else. I've never been the primary contact. And her response was, people, we're lucky to get 5 people in one of these classes. We'll continue to do them because it doesn't cost us anything and we have the space, but we're looking for other ways to serve our seniors because clearly 4 people at an event. And I'm going to back up. I actually got a standing ovation. 2 of the people stood up, and then the other 2 people sort of reluctantly spat. They're like, "Oh my gosh!" And they stayed for a half hour and talked. So 2 of those 4 will be in my database. They're going to be advocates. So for the $50 for the prize and the 2 hours for the presentation, I mean, it's worth it. But I'm
Totally.
wondering if we should start to do more online seminars, and maybe we would get better reach. And do you
That is
have
my plan. That is
Okay.
100% the way I'm going for Q4. I've told myself like I'm going to plan this, and here we are. Tomorrow is Q4, and I don't have it like completely built out. But I am a strong proponent as I'm surrounded with older seniors who are using technology. Like I think we think, oh, nobody's going to get on a Zoom call. After 2020, everyone knows how to use Zoom. And if they don't, like they'll ask for something that's compelling. So I felt the same exact way with my seminar series. I wasn't doing them at a Y. I was doing them at a local library. And I will say I would never get down about 4 people. I would make posts. I think it'd be hilarious if you made a post about like 2 out of 4 people stood, I'm calling in a standing ovation. Like that's amazing. And you think about like click click per lead or like Zillow leads, $25 per lead to get in your database is super reasonable, especially if they're going to be great connections. And the other two, might go on an email list and become something down the road, but like 2 engaged people for $50 in 2 hours is like actually a huge win in my opinion. But I would post about it, even though
Yep.
you don't have like, maybe you have like, oh my gosh, I feel so lame. There's only 4 people in the audience. I would do a shout out, tag the YMCA um, if they have social media, and just say like, thank you for having me. It was so fun collaborating, because the people that weren't there, they don't know that only 4 people were there. But
Right.
100%, I think that we should all be thinking about offering some sort of, even if you just do a trial one, and know your audience. So anytime we do anything online, you have to know who you want to show up. So if you want to do a seminar, think about who you want there. What time are they likely to log on? Are they going to need adult children help to get on? But once you have all those nuances filled out, I would much rather have 4 people on a Zoom call sitting in the comfort of my chair than going through all the, I think a 4 person Zoom call is great. And that's a listing appointment, frankly. So yes, I can't say it enough. I think pivoting, put into Chat GPT use case like scenarios of older adults and technology. I think you'll be blown away. It's why I think we should all also be on YouTube. I know you're working towards that. But yeah, I think we should all be doing stuff online for sure. And it's like, it's human. Like if you just think about our consumer behaviors, it's so much easier to get online than show up in a room to talk about heavy stuff like falls, fractures, and future planning. Yikes, like that hits home for a lot of people. I'm not going to that, because then, oh, what if my friend knows that I'm worried about falling or that I've had falls? Like so much easier to get on from the privacy of your home, have your camera off, and get all the information. So I'm
Right.
a huge
It's interesting.
proponent.
Yeah. It's interesting you should mention that, because there was a gentleman there who was soaking up the information. He wanted his wife to come, and she's in denial and she wants nothing to do with it. Where if he would have pulled it up on the computer screen, she would have at
Even
least
if
been in.
she's in the kitchen, she
Right.
can be hearing it and like, oh, oh. So yes. Um,
Um, I was going to give a super quick update on my YouTube.
yes, let's hear
Russ.
it.
So the person that I have doing the editing is my daughter's very best friend. And so she's a second daughter to me. She knows my personality well. She is, I would not say she's an expert editor. I think she's very good at it. And she would love to build a business editing video. So I'm helping her build her business. She's helping build mine. She was in town. I had recorded a few things and used a script. And I'm like, here's my first 2 videos. Like, let's make it happen. And her response was, nope. I'm like, what do you mean, nope? She goes, Cindy, I know your personality. You're fun. I love to listen to you talk. You are a robot in these videos. I will not let that happen. We need to do something different.
I
And
love
part of me was like, I worked so hard on those scripts and I recorded for
that.
hours. But see, if I would have gone with somebody, a virtual assistant in Pakistan, for example, they would have just followed the directions and I would have gotten something. Where I'm so glad I partnered with her and she pushed me back. And so now I'm just trying to be a little bit more casual and just chit chat. And so now she has content for 3 videos and she keeps reaching out, and really she's going to edit when she can edit it. She knows that I want to do it quickly, but she's the kind of kid that's probably going to hunker down and do 3 of them all night long, one night. But then she's also reaching out for different things. Do you have other videos I can use for B-roll? Do you have a picture of your dad? And so I'm feeling really good about it. We're not there yet. There's so much room for improvement. In fact, she's like, Cindy, would you record that using your microphone? And I'm like, is it good enough as it is? She goes, yeah, but it could be better. I'm like, you know what? It's good enough. Like
Yes,
next time I'll use the microphone. But
yes.
like, I can't, if we're going to try to be perfect, it's never going to happen. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of cute because she's like, Cindy, I want the best for you. And I'm like, I do too, but let's find a compromise. So I'm
Yes.
excited,
I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you for just implementing, and like just knowing that yeah, that good done is better than then perfect. And
Right. I mean,
perfect
really,
is better than like mastery. So way to just get it done. I
I
think that's amazing.
literally said, is it going to be embarrassing or is it going to tarnish my brand? No, then post it.
Okay, perfect. That is a great lens to look through. Am I going to be canceled? No. Okay, great. Well, that's like the biggest fear. I hate to run off on you guys. I do have an appointment to get to. This was a fun conversation. When you get your videos up, Cindy, post them so we can all like, share, give you feedback, and cheer you on because yeah, I'm encouraged and a little bit jealous that I'm dragging my feet. I just need to do the dang thing. So thanks for being an encouragement to me. Andrea, I hope that we were an encouragement to you with the social media stuff. I looked back my phone, realized I never responded to your very detailed text. I was out of town that weekend. My sincerest apologies. That was my mom's 60th birthday where I surprised her and took her to Texas. So I'll sit with that today and send you some responses. And if there's any other way that I can support y'all, please always ask.
Super quick thing. I sent you an email asking about a ramp. When you get a chance,
Oh, okay.
take a
I
look
love
at
those
it. And
emails. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Just respond whenever. No hurry.
Cool. Y'all have a great day. Go forth and be awesome.
Thank you.